think I would leave you. Tell the truth, I never thought I'd leave you neither. But I can, and I will, and I have, so there. I can, and I will, and I have, take that. I can, and I will, and I have, so there. I can, and I will, and I have, I'm gone. But I can, and I will, and I have, so there. I can, and I will, and I have, take that. I can, and I will, and I have, so there. I can, and I will, and I have, I'm gone. I should've knew you were trouble from the moment I met you. But of course I love a challenge, so I just had to get you. I didn't think I'd fall in love, I didn't intend to. But in hindsight I find that I was never meant to. That must be why I found myself lonely and hurting. I ain't wanna say goodbye, but this just wasn't working. And it's a shame, cause for so long we boarded on perfect. Now I can barely stand you, so I'm closing the curtain. And for whatever it's worth, it hurts of course. But this is not the first, been through worse before. My curse, I got the shit rehearsed by force. Each verse, a nurse treating my wounds and sores. Baby, I'm healing, feeling like I battled the demon. I sent him away screaming, back to his evil legion. I'm seeing things clearer than I think I ever seen them. And letting go of wants if I don't need them. But I can, and I will, and I have, so there. I can, and I will, and I have, take that. I can, and I will, and I have, so there. I can, and I will, and I have, I'm gone. Don't text me, don't call me, don't come round the way. Don't cry and don't sob and don't ask me to stay. Don't tell me you're sorry, don't tell me you miss me. Don't hug me, don't touch me, don't try to kiss me. Don't say let's start over, don't say baby please. Don't grovel, don't beg, girl, get up off your knees. Don't tell me you love me, don't tell me you need me. Matter of fact, don't even say hi when you see me. Just keep it moving, I'ma keep it moving the same. I know we both made some mistakes, but you won't share in the blame. It ain't fair that I had to walk alone through the flames. Especially when I know that it was you who set the blaze. My heart's arsonist, pretty little pyro. Eyes glow with intensity every time you brought your torch next to me. Now you stare in perplexity, cause I ain't burning. Better row that boat ashore, baby, cause tides is turning. And it's a long ladder to climb to get back on your pedestal. Even if you get that high, you'll find there's nothing left for you. I wouldn't even bother kneeling, pleading in a vestibule. Good intentions hit the garbage with the rest of you.
Don't be too shy, is what I'm telling you. Don't be too shy. Don't be too shy, too shy. I wanna feel my mind on yours. Conversation is what turns me on. Yeah.
Take 16.
It's the chocolate milk and waffle show. Yeah.
Oh yeah, beautiful, beautiful. Let's get it on. Who are these guys? It's my theme music. Epic and Hero. Should have some.
Welcome in, here on radio for radio, go tell a friend. Went to Raleigh, Georgia, bring them in. We got so many things to talk about, so let's begin. Putting the highlight on local life on Thursdays, 8 at night. Hope you feeling alright, cause tonight we gon' get you right, yeah, show you right. We gon' laugh, joke, talk, rinse, repeat. We gon' keep it real chill, plus get deep. Ain't no topic off limits, no knock off a gimmick. 10 times out of 9, you'll be fine when we finish. We get talented, hard to get artists to target that audience. Talk accomplishments of those who get no acknowledgement. The studio be hot in the summertime, studio be cold in the winter. And know the chair a bit dusty, it be a throne we enter. Have a seat with us, chocolate milk and waffles, come and eat with us. 2 whole hours, turn your speakers up. And before we get it started, just repeat it thus. It's the chocolate milk and waffle show. It's the chocolate milk and waffle show. We got George, we got Terrell, we got milk, that's chocolate. We got beautiful buttery waffles, just the way your mama used to make them.
Crazy.
Welcome back. You are listening to another gluten-free episode of the Chocolate Milk and Waffles Show.
I want gluten this week. We're dangerous. We're going to put gluten in there.
And high fructose corn syrup.
You must die.
Taste that heart attack coming.
That's right. Clog them arteries.
Nom. Yeah. I can
take that heart. I didn't need you anyway.
I can feel my artery passages clogging up as we speak. It's delicious. Yeah.
No
What's
bacon.
up, Terrell?
No bacon.
What's good?
I'm chilling.
No bacon. Hold up. I don't know.
I like bacon.
Real bacon? Turkey bacon?
No.
Real bacon.
Listen,
Real
fun fact, turkey bacon still got pork bacon in it. Like, so all those folks that like to still eat turkey bacon,
yeah. You want to know, since you know what? Fuck it. Let's just get into the show. You know what I mean? Since you brought it up, I happen to work produce. That's the day job. Yep. Did you know produce only has to be 38% organic to get certified as organic, yo. That's
Yep.
not even
Yeah.
half.
Yep.
Like, that is the biggest damn scam.
What's crazy is like everyone's like, I'm buying organic.
You're an idiot.
It's 15% cardboard.
I mean, for real, like, at the end of the day, it's
and
still
pay
fruits and
more.
vegetables. How bad for you could it be? Like, it can't be that serious.
Paying more.
We named
too.
ourselves the Chocolate Milk and Waffle Show. So, basically, we don't really care too much about our personal health as far as food goes. I can't think of the last time I looked at anything and was like, how many carbs does this have?
How many grams of fat's in that?
Yeah, like, I go to a vegan restaurant. I pay extra for like the fat.
Hey, could you soak this in some grease?
Lard this up.
You know what I'm saying? Can I
Like, sir, that's a black bean burger. And what's your point?
Yo, can you
I put fat back in my Captain Crunch.
I need you to deep fry that.
What? Why? Because I can.
Because I can. You know, I have actually had Cocoa Krispies and then still sprinkled Nesquik powder on it.
I believe
No
it.
bullshit.
I believe it. I put sugar on Frosted Flakes. Just for, because I wake up sometimes like, you want the sugar on your Frosted Flakes?
Ladies and
Sure.
gentlemen, this has been a diabetes public service announcement.
Ed Brimley, you got diabetes.
Diabetes.
Diabetes. What's good, George?
I'm chilling. It's been a long week, and it ain't really been that long, but I'm glad to be in the clubhouse. Let's see, real quick. Let's get into what we got going on in the community, so we can get to our guests. Let's see, what's today? Thursday. Next Friday at the venue, we have our monthly showcase event, Feature Fridays. We've got some really great guests on the lineup. Then April 8th, we are celebrating National Poetry Month with an all-night-long poetry festival from 2 p.m. to 11 p.m. There is a lot going on at the venue, everything from workshops to panel interviews, features. There'll be a slam that starts at 6. It is a 50-50 slam. It is $10 to participate in the slam, and half of that goes to the pot that ends up going to the winner of the slam. That'll be being handled by the venue's own verb benders. I think that's really all we got coming up soon. Of course, we got the open mic on Mondays and the workshops on the second, fourth Wednesdays.
Hold up. No, you got Feature Fridays, right?
I just said that.
Oh, you did say Feature Fridays?
Yeah.
Oh,
all that sugar on your damn Frosted Flakes.
I looked that way real quick. The green screen, like traffic. It's green screen. Yo, over at Ballot Fusion, as always, go to www.ballotfusion.com. Marquita's added a few more dance classes to the schedule, a few more fitness classes. I don't know what she adds sometime. I just show up when they tell me to show up. Casa de Bangs is going on this weekend, where we will have 804 versus 757 crump contest, and it gets kind of bloody out there.
Mod.
The body bags just exist. So definitely check out Casa de Bangs we got going on this weekend. April 22nd, we will be back at the Sandler Center for our youth performing showcase. We don't do recitals. We do showcases where the youth actually come up with their own routine to perform.
That's dope.
Yeah, the instructors just make sure that they keep it crisp, stay to the foundation, but they don't really tell them like, no, you need to do this. No, these kids come up with their own routines, and a lot of them are real dope. Also, prior to that, this would be the first year doing our fashion show. As part of our art initiative, we reached out to some of the young fashion designers and models in the area, and they will be wearing their own wares and stuff from local boutiques.
Oh, that's dope.
And after the showcase, we'll be doing Abyss. Abyss is pretty much the hip hop dance free for all. And I'm hearing myself in my ear, and I'm scared because it's not the normal voices.
What was
that? Zach.
Oh. I was like, hold on, what? I was like, you know what? Look, we can't.
The Chocolate Milk and Waffles Show.
Halloween's my favorite holiday too, so
Yeah.
I was like, all right, let's go. Bring on the
Word,
ghost.
for
Put the
real.
ghost on the mic. Let's do it.
We've actually had ghost hunters on the show before.
Yeah, we had a Halloween special last October on the show.
Yeah. We're actually going to go on a ghost hunt with them one day.
RNL. RNL Paranormal, right?
Shout out to Raphael and the crew. Definitely, mad love for you guys. We still want to go be your drive around in the mystery machine with y'all.
All right. So, we do have a new website over at the venue. It is finally thevenueon35th.com. So if you're still familiar with the old website, will currently reroute you to the new site, but not for too much longer.
Yeah.
So bookmark that.
Yeah, bookmark
all
that
up in your
in your
Facebook.
Facebook. Sucker. What's up, guest? How y'all doing?
How y'all doing?
Why, hello.
All right.
We are here this evening with Fortresses. Thank you so much for being here, guys.
Hey, what's happening?
Thanks
All
for
right.
having us.
Let's do that like corporate boardroom meeting thing where we go around the room and everyone says who they are and a little bit about themselves.
All right, we'll do that then.
We'll start here over here, sir, and then we'll work our way this way. In the meantime, I'm gonna go across the room and get my water bottle.
Okay, so, hi, my name is Zachary Lee Hines II. I'm from Newport News, Virginia. And
He just was crazy, like
I'm still paying attention.
the way he froze, like
He just hit you with the mannequin challenge, yo.
Did I say something?
I didn't hear Black Beetle playing at all. I don't hear Black Beetle, so he can go now.
He is stunned
Yeah.
and in position.
Oh my gosh. And it just keeps going and going.
And we're back. Shout out to the cats of the 20th century coming to life on March 19th, 2017 on Helsophonia. Anyway, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, man, I'm just happy to be here to describe myself.
Well, thank you to be here.
I'm really excited.
Did you say thank you to be
Oh,
here?
her mom. Because I got
That is-
distracted. Her mom was. She showed me her phone, and I'm trying. Her mom's calling her cell phone. You can take the phone call if you need
No,
to.
text her the number she's supposed to call. Nah.
Oh my goodness. She's got
Hey, Corey.
fantastic timing.
No, but yeah.
We might be taking calls in a minute.
The one person that's watching live, we thank you. They just signed off.
Oh no!
They noticed me.
I'm removing my number.
Oh, that's funny.
So people gonna be calling in soon.
That's beautiful.
All right, then go ahead and finish with the introductions.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I'm here.
All right, and to your left we have.
Lawrence Sawyer.
All right.
I am the drummer for Fortresses,
Very nice.
and I do a lot.
All right.
See what I'm saying? Like,
It's hard. What are you saying? It's hard to just give a quick intro because you all do so much.
yeah.
That's
Okay.
fair. That's fair. We'll definitely get into everything you do. We got 2 hours.
Oh, you want the long? You want the long intro? Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
No, your short intro was great, Lawrence.
He's like,
The interview.
I bake cookies on Fridays.
On Monday, I unravel my magical.
Spaghetti Tuesdays on Wednesday.
No, that's taco, man.
Taco Tuesdays.
But see, you
on
get it. It's
Wednesday.
spaghetti
Not in
Tuesday.
Italy, man.
Spaghetti Tuesday on Wednesday. SpaghettiOs.
You had that's karma for making fun of me dabbing earlier.
Dabba.
Caramel milk and waffles?
Karma milk and waffles. Except I'm chocolate milk. He's waffles.
Yeah, people get it mixed up,
Because I'm so golden brown.
and I'm
So,
chocolatey.
can you summon the butter, though?
so
I
beige.
see you summon butter, man.
I can do that, but it's like I put my back out earlier.
That is the greatest answer given to any question ever on the Chocolate Milk and Waffle Show.
I see you summon butter. Yeah. I still do that shit. Just like not right now.
Not right now.
The way my spine is set up. Even though it looks telepathic, it's clearly a super strength related ability. Don't
Yeah.
get me twisted.
Yeah, twisted. Yo, we just jacking up words today.
Wow. All right. And to the left of Lawrence, we have.
Hi, my name is Nishala Smith. Everybody calls me Nikki. And
Nikki.
Hey. And I sing for Fortresses.
Very nice.
She sings well too. I heard her last night.
Oh, thank you.
She sings well. Got a cute little voice on her.
All right. So,
That would
we
sound
can get
like-
into the long form answers.
Yeah.
So, how long have you guys been? I imagine you guys have been musicians individually for a really long time. But how long have you guys been Fortresses? Ooh,
Well,
sound effects.
we started Fortresses as like a business about 3 years ago now. Yeah. But Lawrence and I have known each other since we were like knee
Before
high.
we were born.
Yeah.
Wow.
Our parents were tight.
Oh,
And
wow,
So,
okay,
yeah,
okay.
so it's like, You know how that goes.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know, like any other movie or anime or comic book, video game, film story.
Right.
Buildings, Roman, what the fuck. But no,
Yeah.
Did he? This is internet radio.
Oh, this is internet radio.
Yeah.
Oh, are you worried about the cussing?
Fantastic.
Oh,
I allotted myself 3, and then I was gonna chill.
He was at he was at 2.5 already.
Yeah. Oh, man.
George knocked that off at the top.
yeah.
But no, seriously though, you know, for those who actually do care about that, yeah, Lawrence and I, we were godbrothers. Our parents knew each other, you know. So when we came along, we both were really musical. You know, we both had our musical talents that we always served our community with, the arts and things like that. But then it got to a turning point when it was becoming difficult for the arts to have a voice in Newport News, where we were in our communities in Suffolk, Chesapeake, 7x7 general area. And so we were like, all right, well, we don't have to be wasting our time just chilling. We could be spending our free time honing our craft and making music together. A lot of these art students, I was a theater instructor in Newport News, and he taught steel pan.
Okay.
And so it was on, and I did mine at Down and Gross. He did his class at Down and Gross as well as the Addicts Theater.
Very quickly, I have a very vague concept of when you say steel pan. Like the steel
kettle
drum?
drum.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just wanted to make sure I was clear.
Yes.
All right.
It's the newest. It's the only acoustic instrument in the 20th century that's recognized across the world.
Yeah, okay.
And so it's still growing. Is less than 100 years old, so it's still growing, and things are still being learned.
Like he's one of the top 25 steel pan players in the galaxy type thing. Like in real life, like there's a list of them, and he has to go to like Trinidad almost every year to keep his name tight.
Wow, that's impressive.
So,
bravo.
So it's like, you know, it was really our love for the arts and, you know, sharing with other people and building a community around it, where because we were artists who served and helped, the community organizations that surrounded us always wanted help for volunteer and things like that.
Right.
We were like, okay, that's fine. But all of our students and the people who we inspired and our friends and things like that, it was like, well, why don't you guys use your talents and join us in helping the community? So it kind of just getting together and spending our time doing something more productive and using our talents, you know, as the valuable part of it, you know?
Yeah.
And so, yeah, then one day we were asked to do, one day, what happened? I was asked to do something, and instead of just bringing myself and my instrument, I called everybody. And so then that's when the music part came.
Okay.
And then we ended up, what happened was I was doing theater programming in Down and Gross. And then some of those people I had in my class, they wanted more days to do their workshops. They were really into the play they were working on. So they ended up going to the historical Moulton Theater in downtown Newport News. And they were like, Zach, I want you to see what we've been working on. So, but they were like, well, we know you're doing music as well. Bring that too. And I also gave me the idea. So I called Lawrence, I called everybody. And I was like, yo, all right, look. The old Moulton Theater, which is a place where a lot of historical musicians have played, Duke Ellington, you know. The Fuzz Band is a local group that's played there as well. You know, Blood Hollins is a local great, Fleet Fields, RIP. You know, a lot of great musicians and music. Ella Fitzgerald, Billie Holiday, Pro Bailey, to name a few. Fortresses, you know, that's 3 years ago. Woo.
Yeah.
But nevertheless, we went over there. We were like, okay, let's give them everything we got. Let's show them what we do instead of just showing up and saying, hi, we're us, and we just kind of. I was like, all right, so we grabbed all our instruments. We got all the people together. It was me, Lawrence. We had Dondre Jackson on saxophone, Dominique Robinson on saxophone. We had Jarrell Bradley on bass. We had at the beginning it was Native Son. He's a rapper from Richmond.
Yeah, we've had Native Son up here. Yeah,
he's like a friend of the show.
Yeah,
he's been up here a few times.
he just walks in when he wants to, like randomly. Like Native Son would. Don't be surprised. He just walks in like, hey, what's up, y'all?
There have been times where he's just in the neighborhood.
Yeah, I just want to come sit on the couch.
He'll swing by.
And so like Native Son, like we acted together as well, but he was spitting with us in the beginning as well. We had Ashe Cobalt, she played the trombone, and Cliff Clark played saxophone and drums, and you had just a whole host of Wade LaFranca on guitar, just a whole large just cohort of people who were really Dom.
Yeah, he said that.
but either way, Branford Shaw on guitar, and quite like I was saying, quite a host of people who came and things like that. And so we just kind of headquartered at the theater. After that first day, we fell in there and just kind of showed them what we were about. Mr. Linwood the Brew, who was the caretaker for the building, he saw what we did, and he just was like, "Oh, okay," and he wrote down a plan of what he envisioned for us, and it was like, "All right, this is what it is. What days you want, these times, da 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 da." So we came on agreement the next day, and then from that point forward, this 3 years ago, around now, we got days out of the week. And we just came, we practiced and created music, and we would play outside of the building. So when kids got out of school, they would hear music. When the summer came, we would do things for the community. Would ask us to create music for the community. Over the past few years, we created a song for the Clean City Commission. The song called "Something You Should Know" was about preserving wildlife and plants, and that was a nice thing we did for them, all the adopted spots. And just doing a lot of things that help, bring about community change and things like that. But it's been like different people all the time, but the main consistent things that have changed. But me and Lawrence have been the most consistent, and keeping the sound together, the song creation and things like that. But all the different artists that come, even thought of the hip hop artists you see, because we've had hip hop since the beginning, soul, funk, jazz, classical stylings, rock. When we have certain members that bring that aesthetic to it, you know what I mean?
Okay. Now, how did you even get the name Fortresses, though?
Okay, so if you ever read The Republic by Plato, Plato says that the guardians of our societies should build the foundations of their fortresses with music.
Huh.
You see, because laws may be written, but the culture of our minds are predicated by the songs we hear. So when a new song comes along, sometimes that causes more issue for politicians and bureaucrats and leaders of organizations because of the fact that this song is penetrating. And it seems fun at first, but then over the years it starts to change the language, and it changes the way people affect their rhythm and the mode of which they speak. And so by being conscious as a leader, being conscious of the music in your society, you become aware of how people's rhythms are and their flow and the natural thing, the concepts, the words they use, their slang and the way they dress. And so, it was
Interesting.
really, and also we're in Virginia,
Right.
fortresses everywhere.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah, that sounds like almost when you were speaking about that. I just think about the things that Bob Marley dealt with his music, and I'll never forget watching the video where there were the two opposing governmental forces, and Bob, like in the middle of the show, called these jokers up on stage, and he's like, "Nah, this riff y'all got going right now, y'all gonna have to stop it." Like in the middle of a sold out concert. He was like, I heard such and such is here. I heard such and such is here. Come to the stage now.
Who were these? Who were they?
Different. They were Jamaican politicians.
They
were Jamaican politicians.
Okay. Wow.
And he brought them to the stage. And Bob he's like in the music the whole time, like not losing beat. And he's just like, no. And he tells them, like, y'all gonna shake hands from right here and get it together. And they interviewed him right after. He was like, I don't even remember saying that. He didn't remember saying it. He was just like, "Oh, really? That happened?"
Well, I'm glad.
he was like, "Oh, for real?"
Good then, yes.
I'm sure he remembered it, but Bob was that guy that was like not going to bring attention to the fact that he did something. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's just like making kids.
It needed to happen in that moment. That's probably the only reason it happened in front of people. Yeah.
Yeah, he built nations. Bob built nations.
He was trying to be like his man Selassie.
How do you know, homie? How many kids did he have?
Enough.
Yeah, how did
Yeah,
Selassie
more than enough.
No, I'm talking about how Selassie was like.
We talking old dirty bastard numbers?
Yeah,
I would have used that name, the other name, in the same
Flavor.
sentence.
Yeah, don't do that. That's kind of disrespectful.
Well,
There are some cultures
Yeah.
that are watching us.
Yeah.
in particular
They will come-
who would take that offense.
Yeah, but he's talking about the rapper. It's an American rapper that passed away. May he rest in peace.
Who also had many children.
Yes.
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
Many children.
And
I
he
wanna
always
say 13.
asked us to guess who was home, but we knew it was him.
Yeah.
We knew it was ODB.
Word. So,
So then
random.
how did Nikki
We're random, dude.
end up getting in the group?
Well, see, so.
Let her. I want to hear her version.
Oh, yeah.
Let's hear her version. Nikki is now speaking.
Okay. So I've known Zach since my freshman year at Hampton University. And I ran into him because he was, of course, performing And I was like, oh, great, there is musical culture here. So I was really excited. And the first time he actually heard me sing was a couple days later in my audition for vocal jazz.
Okay.
And he was like, okay, I see what you're doing. And he was like, if you're really about your music, he said, I believe we're going to work together.
Her and the saxophone player in the same room. That's the crazy part. Her and Dom, like both of them at the same time.
Yep.
And this was 3 years before the 3 years before.
The 3 years before. The 3 years before.
Right. So this is, it's the whole 6 years ago. And then a couple years later, we became, frat. I'm a member of Sigma Alpha Iota International Music Fraternity.
Okay.
And so he is my frat brother because he's a member of Phi Mu Alpha.
Oh,
And
hell.
we've had the opportunity to work together musically with shows that we put on campus and different things like that. And we knew working together, it was right. It was a good fit. So when he started Fortresses, I was at an internship in Oregon. But when I came back, he's like, you're back. You need to be a part of this.
Okay.
I showed up to practice, and it just worked.
Word.
Which it worked in more ways than one.
Tell the story.
It worked in more ways than one
I'm
because
intrigued to
I
hear
get to sing, and it is absolutely fantastic. And I've gotten to grow musically in ways I never expected, and
Such as?
in familial ways as well. Because I'll be marrying this person
Ha!
next to me.
Congratulations. That's nice.
Making music and making babies.
It's called nation building.
Yeah, no,
Nation
it's-
building.
Nation building.
Absolutely.
we gotta
Fortresses, we build nations.
We gotta
Somebody-
talk-
We make good music and build nations.
My mom says, wait a while for that one.
Yes.
I agree.
Call it. Tell mom call in.
Nah,
Yeah.
being honest, I feel like if I had to do something, they had to hire me to do nation building. I'd be the smallest nation ever. I had the first one. I'd be like, man, I'm tired. What's our state? That little condo over there, man. We gonna dig out a pool, set up a mailbox. That's the embassy.
What was it? An episode of Family Guy with Peter Victoria?
Oh, yeah.
Touch me, Dan.
Yo. I remember that episode. That's funny.
Give me my immunity.
The number to call in and join the conversation, should you like to, is 757-525-3276. One more time, that number is 757-525-3276. We had somebody calling at the top of the show. Don't be shy to call back. All right. So, one more time, 757-525-3276.
Yeah, they wait until I remember the old number to change it. How dare they?
That's always how that works.
What's crazy is I actually met Zach at Sage's. It was Sage's like house art show he did
Yeah,
at
okay.
his apartment, and
That was back at the beginning.
Yeah.
and so. But what was funny was when I was there, you were setting up. I didn't get to hear you play.
Oh.
But how I actually got to hear you play, you were actually on the side of the Moulton Theater. And traffic was backed up. Traffic was backed up. And
We did it on purpose. See,
I'm literally sitting in, because, okay, before they tore the apartments down, everybody was scared to go through there.
Right.
So when I would get off work late, I'm going downtown. I'm zip, right on the interstate.
terminal, right?
Yeah, right there. But I'm like, I turn the corner, I'm like, dang it. And I'm sitting there, and I'm just like, yo. And I'm like, yo, I just saw this kid this Saturday. It's like, and it worked for me because my radio wasn't working. So I'm just like,
That's a really cool story.
yeah. So that was my first
So the
time.
story's real.
Yeah,
That's great.
it's yeah. He really was outside the Moulton playing for real.
That's so dope.
But see, I could imagine how it is when those kids would get out of school and they would hear you guys playing.
Because they used to fight in an empty lot across the street and
Yep.
go to the church. And so when we realized that, we was like, okay, so what we can do is when the kids start fighting, we play background music of them from fighting. Because they're young, they'll get self-conscious. Mm-hmm. And it usually worked.
Huh.
Except when it didn't, you got an interesting show as well. You see. We over here,
World star.
Provided a soundtrack.
round one.
So what was it like when you were playing and you're getting these kids' attention? I know a lot of them approached you, like as you were doing it. So what was that like, knowing you were having that direct impact on these youth?
Well, because I grew up in that community, it was like I felt there was something that was needed. The parents felt there was something that was needed. The elders felt there was something that was needed. And so even the kids had like this instinctual feeling of necessity to it. So when they would come near, they would get with the groove. We would pass them like a drum. We would pass them. Like we would like, if you ever hear Q5, you know, he hosts Cypher Tuesdays, a show that we do the music for and help produce. He'll be like, well, if you get on stage at Forges, you are Forges. And it's been that way.
Okay.
And so it's like, you know, kids would come and they'd be like, oh man, we just passed them because I don't got time to talk. I'm singing and focusing on psychically keeping everything together. Lawrence over here counting space. Like, we over here too busy doing the thing.
Yeah.
And it's always beautiful to see how many of them are musically inclined.
Yeah.
And how talented they are. And it's like, you out here fighting when you could be doing this?
Yeah.
Really?
And then they go to the
goodness.
schools, and it's so crazy because they go to schools. We also, all of us spend time working in schools, tutoring, substituting, doing programming in schools too. So they see us there too. So it reinforces it as well. They're like, oh, there goes Mr. Zad, there goes Mr. Lawrence, goes Miss Nikki. Like, we just saw them telling us, shut up. And they won't shut up. And then it's like, we're just out here. And so it's like, for us, it was inspiring because I remember when growing up downtown Newport News, there was a Southeast Community Day parade at the Moton, and then the marching bands would march. And so it's like, you know, the House of Prayer Church, you know, they had the trombones and the horns practicing outside. You know, and Newport News, you know, especially downtown, the eastern area, you know, this is very important. Culturally, music is part of our, you know, our society, you know, who we are, you know, and it's interesting to say that because Newport News and Hampton, these being part of the, you know, original few shires that created the landing ground of what America is today. You know, it's very important that we keep that culture and identity of ourselves, of Americans, alive in this place, you know, keeping music. It's like, okay, so people are afraid after all this terrorism and things a few years ago, and everyone's so shell-shocked, they're afraid to make a difference, they're afraid to speak up and do anything. It's like, okay, well, we'll assume the risk being part of the community and being part of school systems and being part of all that. We'll take the risk first in doing this with our music because they always say, we don't want people to amplify music outside. We're going to make it illegal. We're going to put a taboo on it because we don't want the rap noise. We don't want negativity, stuff like that. I said, well, okay, well, these people you're talking about are in my age group.
Yeah.
Let me do something that is acceptable, that I like to do, that can show that it's okay. Let it be the gateway for people being more open to appreciating art because it's really challenging for us to grow as a people out here, all of us, when there's so much censorship in our art. But you have to start soft. You have to start with the sound. And so it's like, you know, while we might have to not be able to sing all the time, the voices might not be heard. The sound can travel further than our voices. So us coming out every day, every much as we could, it was like they needed us. So the one thing that we did to make Forges alive was we've been committed to doing a show on a Tuesday for the past 3 years, every Tuesday, no matter what. And so we were at the Moton, when we were at 5018 with Cypher, when we were back at Cafe and Bistro, to now, we did Mona Lisa's for a couple of days, and now we're at the train station, you see. And it's like, it's because people need that consistency in their life in a time period when we're full of chaos in the world. And so it's like, if we personally can just commit to that, we're creating a platform for people who just needed that consistency, just to be able to know if they knock on this door or this time, they'll get an answer. They'll get that, you know, that sound, the bell will ring, and, you know, all my friends got the vibe and all that. Because, like, perfect example is I see hashtags with our song lyrics, things like that. And I'm like, it shows that the consistency is becoming.
So we got a call coming in.
Are they live? Hello, caller. What's your name? Where are you calling from? They hung up?
Aw.
Oh.
It was lit.
All right.
Loving mothers.
Yes, our mothers are all supportive of what we do. So
That's beautiful. Well, you're doing a good thing, and it comes from a good place.
Especially, it's like when you were talking about. Let me see. I moved here in '95, and I remember coming.
She's back. All right. Real quick, let's take that call before we lose her again. Is she on? Hello, caller.
Yes,
What's your
she
name?
is.
Where are you calling from?
She's on.
Hi.
This is Nadrian. I just want to say I love this group.
We love
you too.
We love you too.
I love this group, but since I have the opportunity, I'm just going to go ahead and ask the question.
Go for it.
First, I want to say that one of the things I love about the group is the fact that they are so community focused, and that they are doing great things to bring community together. and work with young people. But my question is, where do each of you see Fortresses 5 years from now?
It's a great question. Where do you see Fortresses 5 years from now?
Oh, I got answers. You answer. Answer your mama.
Let's talk to Lawrence. We haven't heard much from Lawrence. Let's hear what Lawrence has to say.
Okay, I say 5 years from now, us doing a show in a city, and then doing one in the schools for the children. One free for the children, and then one for the entire community. On a Tuesday.
Going up on a Tuesday.
So what is the significance of Tuesday specifically?
Well, we had practices every day, and Tuesday was the day we did our show. When we first started at the moment, we did our mock show. And so it was Tuesday. It's when all right, whatever we was working on, this is when we were presenting it. And all our moms would come out, all the community leaders would come out, people who were trying to book us to find out about what was going on. All the older musicians in the area would come and check us out. And then we'll be like coming out and doing an opening skit. And it was very ambitious in the beginning, and it was Tuesday. Every Tuesday. It just
happened to be Tuesday,
and it's
so
like,
just stuck.
I have a rebuttal question.
Is the caller still on here?
Who else is doing music on a Tuesday?
Who else?
Exactly.
Yeah. I thought is our caller's not on the line anymore?
Yeah, she's waiting for more answers.
She is.
She's here.
Listening.
Okay, I think that question was for you. Was it?
No.
It was
in general
question.
No,
but
nobody.
I mean, that's a good question. A good question.
Well, somebody was doing it on Tuesdays, but it didn't last long.
No, you know what lasted long on Tuesdays? Soapbox. Out of Mary Helen's, remember that? With Brothers Keeper?
I've heard of it.
Yeah, man, that was a good show, man. That's where I really got introduced to the open mic scene, kind of. It was one of the major places I had went. I just remember the band. They had Lauren Adams on keys. They had Gil on guitar and a couple other folks. I remember at the time. And I was a waiter at the restaurant. And then, they would let me get on the keys and do a couple things when I finished my shift. And I would always sing some of my songs. Those songs that I sang then, I don't think I sang any of them now. I can't remember them. No matter. But the point of that is 5 years from now, besides due to the highly collaborative nature of Fortresses, I believe in 5 years, we would have been able to, through support of our large community that loves us so much. As I'm talking to you, we were able to gain a tremendous amount of recyclable revenue, some passive income stream, and investment that we paid. Right, but I say that to say, in 5 years, all the people we work with and all the songs we made with them should be able to be found in stores and on the radio and things like that. The songs that we create, these jazz songs, these classical sounding songs, should be songs that children in schools are able to, go with a concert band and play these songs and march to these songs and play your jazz band with these songs, and the songs of people that they can look up to and know, to have that in-person relationship with the people that are helping guide you to your education. And then people who are older who, it's just dope music for folks who are looking for music. If I wanted to really be a representative of what we had to offer in this area, if someone comes from out of town, they're like, yeah, well, I know that I can come to town and I can do a show at Hampton Coliseum and stuff like that. And I know that my agent will give me a band to play or whatever. I got my band, but it's like I heard in 757 there's got this one band that's really serious. Yeah. And I heard if I give them more than $2,000, they can pull together the biggest, bestest orchestra I never heard in my life. Mm-hmm. Let me make that investment for a quality sound and aesthetic. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's the whole spirit that we carry for it to be, synonymous with the name and the energy, because at any given Sunday, it could be any of us doing a thing. I don't see it far off from us not being able to do certain things, but just because we can't do open mics doesn't mean on Tuesday it's not raised to a different platform. So now on Tuesday we're doing live broadcasts of the show and everyone performing or whatever the show is. But it's not complete until all of us have been able to collaborate and use this as an opportunity for us to come together musically, because a lot of people might not be musically competent, but they need music.
Right.
And so it's like, people need music. Money's not available for musicians like that. And if it is, so a lot of musicians aren't working because there's not money, but it's like, we need music more than you need money, musician. So we're going to make music for people that need music, to the point where we're so busy making music that you're going to have to pay us to make your music because we're too busy making music because you need music. So the music that you're getting for free is our music because we're waiting.
Music change lives.
Our music changed lives because our music changed lives because the people that are involved in it. And what I mean by that is this is music that anyone can play. Anyone's welcome to try and learn. The one thing about the fact that we practice all the time and we had our doors always open is that anyone can play with us. So if you just happen to have a little bit of musical talent or a dream of maybe wanting to be musical, you can still work with us. You can still make music. We can still be creative. You can still write. You can still compose. You can still
play that one note you know how to play.
But only that. Please don't play out of turn because, I don't give people so much accepting of that. But Lord, but
it's
the
okay.
criticism.
This is where you come to learn how to play more than just that one note.
It's about being active. The one thing we always had was a tagline was Fortress's Progressive Community Artist Development. That's what we always kind of ran with, and it's like every time you come hang with us and you do music with us, you're learning the songs and we're learning your songs. As much as you bring to the table, and then we're bringing something too. And then when we work together, when we do performances and the audience is full of people, everyone in the audience has a song. We know it. We'll play your song. And then it's just like we could be making music all the time as a people, surviving off the harmony and unison that we have. But it's like we have to start somewhere. And it just starts with the consistency. I don't know. Like, is that much deeper than it's Tuesday, I better be playing my instrument or else I'm terrible. Okay. And it's like knowing that the results from the commitment are that.
Did you have something to add?
Same question for Nikki.
I told you, answer.
Yes, I know. Nikki? She said she wanted all of us to answer.
Yeah.
I knew it was coming.
Sick of her.
Yeah, very much so. Honestly, I can't give you quite what he gave. He waxes quite eloquently. But I can say that 5 years from now, I do see us growing still. I do see us making music. I do see us continuing to hone our art. I don't think we'll ever be done. I don't think we'll ever be finished. We will always be moving forward where that is concerned. So I can say I see us 5 years from now being further on that road and just getting to a place where we realize how much further we have to go.
Can I want to say where I would like to see forces, where I could see you guys possibly being. I could see you guys actually being in your own building, doing what you want to do when you want to do it, not owing anybody else a dime. I can see you guys making that happen in 5 years. That's just me. I'm crazy though.
I'm gonna see that happening this year. I see that happening I see that happening this year.
Okay, so but that's still within. That's still within 5 years.
Yes, sir.
That's still within 5 years.
But I want you to realize that that's not a pipe dream. We're gonna speak that into existence right now because I need me an office.
We're in agreement.
Because my living room can't keep so many people in it. You see what I mean? Like to make this art happen, we really have to commodify our people. We really have to so I heard you coming to town and you're gonna play an instrument. Like, all right, so listen, you can get my couch for 2 months. We're gonna send you over here, and we're gonna send you over there. But make sure you're here on this gig date, this date, this date, this date, and that's it. I don't know what your vices are. We could find something. You know what I mean? Let's be serious about this. You know what I mean? So it's being able to have a space where it's okay, we got 10 rooms upstairs. There's towels over here. Y'all do this and that. These hours come out, stuff like that.
Yeah.
I just think that we're in the time people artists really need it, and the artists have to realize how seriously they have to take themselves right now, so we can create the best product possible.
Yeah.
So,
Miss Whitis?
Yes.
Does that answer your question?
Well, you were almost there. Pretty good.
And persistence.
Yeah.
Well, all right.
Did you have any other questions for us?
Well, you know what? That was my chief question, because I see the talent that you have. I see the talent that Lawrence has. I see the talent that Zach has. I want the world to see the talent that you have.
Share the video link.
I will. I will do that. I believe so much in the strength of what you all are trying to do. But I also believe that you have a greater purpose in that you have the ability to touch hearts and minds with music, where people who may not be able to communicate using words as effectively as they choose to can identify with your music. But I really do believe that the vision starts with you, with all of you, and with seeing yourself in a bigger, more purposeful place. And that's why I really appreciate the announcer today, because he spoke it. He just said it. I see you here. I see you there. I see you doing this. And it just takes a little bit of vision and a little bit of purpose and a little bit of passion. And I know that this thing will just blow up beyond what any of us could ever have imagined. But then, Nishle, you've been doing great things all your life anyway. So it is what it is. It is.
Thanks, Mama.
It is what it is. But I am a little biased.
And you're allowed to be.
Yeah, it's a righteous bias.
All right. Thank you for calling in, caller. We appreciate your time. And we are going to go to our, it's already almost 9 o'clock, if you can believe that.
8:51, yeah.
Yeah, we're going to go ahead and go to our break. We're going to play a couple songs. Fortresses will be setting up their instruments during the break. When we come back on the other side of the hour, we will have a live performance. So tell a friend to tune in.
Yeah.
You're listening to the Chocolate Milk and Waffles Show on Radio F Radio.
.com.
September 14th, 2014. Something you should know. F minor, 7/8.
5:30, way too early for morning. If you wanna come with me, you better come on, run, hurry. Yeah, I used to get worried, traded it all for learning. The artist is weight discerning, the heart has lately been burning. I sleep and pray in the furnace, get off my face as a phoenix. Since ain't nothing for certain, my world ain't lately been turning. Searching for God and light, watching from satellites for anything that I like. I'm just thinking that is right, thinking my dad was right. I'm glad that I listened to him, he loves the stuff that I write. Say use it all for influence, daddy, that's what I'm doing. This is all they been seeing, the one ain't believe himself become something they all believe in. All these folks I've been leaving, who pose as angels but demons. I'm yawning but now I see them, I don't got time for no grieving, cause it's 5:30, way too early for morning. I miss you if you meant more to me, eulogy in my sermon. Me and Nate have been touring, yes the blast have been pouring. Building on a foundation, we just started the flooring. Paint is starting to dry, the dust beginning to settle. We doing everything right, in hopes that we won't regret it, in hopes that you won't forget it, in hopes that we'll make a mark, in hopes that when the revolution starts we can play a part. These people just playing parts, they actors inside a movie. Fake gangsters say they been packing, but ain't nobody been moving. What the f is you doing? Move over for a minute. I ever get 15 minutes, I swear your career is finished. Me and the game got mutual interest. Y'all niggas simping, destroy everything you building, then use the wall as my interest. Don't get close, I've been itching, eating out my own kitchen. Drop my face in the pile, but see you on camera systems. I stand up with all these Britons, feel like AKs when they hitting. You think you sit mighty high, but you ain't as tall as my inches. Niggas Aquaman slippers, feet as deep as niggas getting. Spitting ocean out of rivers, start with puddles, niggas tripping. And it's just 5:30, way too early for morning. If I say that you ain't important, oh mother, you ain't important. I've been seeking success while niggas been seeking Jordans. I've been seeking endorsements, I'm starting with this recordings. Brothers demanding portions and they ain't been working for it. Niggas been acting crazy, suggest I get an abortion. I grew this baby from adolescent, y'all send no support. And when the bounce and beat turn 18, this jumper gon' make a fortune. Breakfast is rappers' hearts, start practicing 4 o'clock, then drown them all in my rain. Take 16.
It's the chocolate milk and waffle show. Yeah.
Oh yeah, beautiful, beautiful. Let's get it on. Who are these guys? It's my theme music. Every good hero should have some.
Welcome in, here on radio for radio, go tell a friend. Went to Railing, Georgia, bring them in. We got so many things to talk about, so let's begin. Putting a highlight on local life on Thursdays, 8 at night. Hope you feeling alright, cause tonight we gon' get you right, yeah, show you right. We gon' laugh, joke, talk, rinse, repeat. We gon' keep it real chill, plus get deep. Ain't no topic off limits, no knock off a gimmick. 10 times out of 9, you'll be fine when we finish. We get talented, hard to get artists to target that audience. Talk accomplishments of those who get no acknowledgement. The studio be hot in the summertime, studio be cold in the winter. And on the chair a bit dusty, it be a throne we enter. Have a seat with us, chocolate milk and waffles, come and eat with us. 2 whole hours, turn your speakers up. And before we get it started, just repeat it thus. It's on chocolate milk and waffle show. It's the chocolate milk and waffle show. We got George, we got Terrell, we got milk, that's chocolate. We got beautiful buttery waffles, just the way your mama used to make them.
Crazy,
And we're
crazy,
back.
Crazy.
You are listening to the Chocolate Milk and Waffle Show on Radio F Radio. We have been talking it up with Fortresses. And without further ado, we're just going to get right into it. You want to intro them?
Yo, ladies and gentlemen, we present to you the one. Is my mic even on?
Yeah, I'm not hearing.
Hello.
Yeah.
They don't love us no more.
Can you hear me, George? George, can you hear me? Can you hear me, George? Nope.
No audio in the headphones.
I ain't
volume
got
on
no
the mic.
audio, no audio, no audio.
Wait a second, your intro is here.
We good?
I can't tell.
Live stream not even going.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, it is?
Take 16.
Hello. All right, there we go. At least the live feed's going. I don't know if people hear us or not. It is.
We in there?
That's paused.
What was that?
That's paused, so it's now playing that.
She says that they can hear us. Sarah said they can.
Okay.
All right.
Now, what my friends got the mind, it's alright. And
and gentlemen, forces.
So we in them joint. There is nothing tearing us apart. It's your imagination and look and see it seems we're falling down. All the things they say don't care for. Get the procrastination and look inside and see the truth now.
Fortresses, everyone. Absolutely incredible. It's so lit. All right, let's get you guys back over on this side of the studio. All right.
Let's make sure. I don't even know.
I could have listened to that all night.
I know, right?
Y'all probably, I'm sure y'all could have played all night too.
We would have. Yeah. Let me get Corey to play some music while we try to.
Was it the neighbors?
We'll talk about later.
Huh?
We'll talk about later.
Overstand what I've been through. Surgery on the brain, asleep, but I'm wide awake. Feel the blade in my mental. Sniping these bloodsuckers with the muffs with Smith and Wesley. Taxes will get you. Spit picked that by a pack of wild falcons. Foul talents will rip you. Attacking the flesh savagely. Is it a bad dream? The vessels inhabit tentacles. Trapped in it every day, asking my axiom self what I've gotten myself into. Death the only escape from this overly lonely place, becoming morbidly sick too. My hue pitch blue, yet pricks clueless. I'm having internal issues, clawing at my exo, frantically trying to get loose. Muscular dystrophy hanging inside a stiff noose. But then I question the laws. Is it not known to be true that what I speak from a thought, then manifest in evolves? My lips been fixed to bring peace, yet war still isn't resolved. Reason why told me these lies, intelligence is evolved, confidence is dissolved. My mystery is unsolved, my misery is evolved like company pause. It was then I came to myself, God, peace, peace, still, it's all serving its cause.
Take me away, arrival in another space, another hood, another town, but they won't recognize my face. From when I come till I'm gone, as I am strong, I do belong. Moving on, moving on, moving on. And when I go, I will be sure, running into open doors, made for me, you will see who it is I'm meant to be. A ruling being, royalty, empowering my destiny, my destiny, my destiny, my destiny. Time to go and live and show. All who once knew me will know. I had to shine, take what is mine, get in touch with the divine energy, light I see, to help me, eternity, 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 eternity. Eternity, 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 eternity.
We good to go?
Hello, people.
Test.
All right.
I don't hear myself, but you know.
Yeah, me neither.
What?
You can hear him because he's beside you.
I don't.
Hello, people.
right.
Can you hear us out there in Chocolate Milk and Waffle Land?
Chocolate.
Because we can't hear ourselves. But if you can hear us, press 1. Beep. Ladies and gentlemen, we thank you for joining us. We got to hear Fortresses live. That was truly, truly great, guys. Really,
Out of the right ear.
It's amazing how much sound they can pack into such a small space. How comfortable they are in such a small space.
Yeah, okay.
We're good to go.
So
all right.
They can hear us.
Well, we
at
can't
home.
hear
We just
ourselves,
can't
but they can hear us.
Can I hear myself? I guess it doesn't matter.
No, I guess it doesn't matter.
As long as the audience can hear us, I
Yeah.
guess we're okay.
This is just as bad as those.
So it's probably to take the
Yeah,
headphones
just
off to make it a
I
little
guess
easier
right
to
now.
hear each other.
Guess right now it doesn't even matter for the headphones.
All right.
Now,
Go
yeah.
for it. Keep them on.
Hey, keep them on. Keep them on.
I feel like an otaku with these headphones.
You feel like what?
Real.
Like an anime nerd.
I thought that's what you said. Like, did he just? I love anime.
Yo, have you played Yakuza 0 yet?
No.
It's crack, man.
The game?
Yeah.
Is that the what is the game where it's a mashup with like all the different animes in it? It's a fighting game.
Versus All Stars Plus.
That joint has like the characters from One Piece, Bleach,
Yeah,
Naruto, like all in one game. Like this should be technically unfair.
Right. It reminds me
This
of
should not be happening.
No other game should exist right now.
It's like the equivalent
Smash
of like
Brothers can live.
yeah, Smash. Yes, but it's
I
like
use Ness, by the way.
DK
Fire! Okay.
Ness is such a cheese character.
Is he cheese? Let me see you use him and die, not die.
That's what I mean. Like he's hard to use,
He
but
has
at
a
the
high
same
learning
time, like
curve.
once you
If you
once
master him, you the
him,
man.
you're unstoppable.
Right, and I like
To the
being
point
an
where it's practically
unstoppable master,
unfair.
bro. Like, come on.
Yeah, it was her device. The sound was actually great when she changed devices.
Okay.
And that the music sounded really good.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what Sarah said too.
Yeah.
She said the band
Okay,
sounded
cool.
great over there.
What?
That's swaggeration.
That's what's up.
I'm gonna tell you what's funny though. Like, you ever play Street Fighter?
Yeah.
I used to piss people off when I could beat them with
Dan Hibiki.
Yes,
The
That
Street
is-
Spider.
Dude,
Suck you!
If you could beat anybody with Dan, it was embarrassing.
I love Dan. I use Dan just for kicks.
Yeah, it was like when people
Was he that whack?
Yes,
He's so whack, right? He did his Godoken with one hand.
Wow.
He just goes, and it goes like.
it was the equivalent of a slap. like you had to be really enclosed.
What version of Street Fighter was this? I don't
I
remember this.
think the first one was Alpha 2. The first one he was
Oh
actually
yeah,
in.
I mean,
Yeah.
So he's been in it for a minute.
Dan's been around.
I'm so old school. I think Super Street Fighter 2 was the last one I played.
That's pretty old. No, Street Fighter Turbo.
Oh, it might have been Turbo.
with
It
T
might have
Hawk
been
and
Turbo.
DJ.
Yeah, it was that
Oh
one.
my God.
As a matter of fact, it was that one.
But yo, Dan was that
Dan
dude.
Hibiki.
I think between Dan and Rolento, if you fought with those two and would beat people, they will be so pissed.
What was it? Rolento like gay or something?
Rolento was the like the French army dude that like rolled around and threw the grenades.
You didn't help his case right.
Like this dude, he had a move where he would like jump up off the screen, and you're like, and it will be like a string would just like a booby trap string would just snatch you up in the air.
What?
And he just come down and nice like pop pop.
Wasn't he like Doctrine Dark's homie? Remember Doctrine Dark from Street Fighter EX? Take it to the next level there.
Probably so.
EX with where Rose and Skullomania,
Yeah,
Shadow
oh,
Geese.
gosh.
Shadow Geese.
What is Rose's connect? She's connected to
She has
M. Bison
She has
somehow.
the light version of Psycho energy. Like he's the
Yes.
opposite. She like his opposite.
There's like a whole story behind Street Fighter that I think nobody really pays attention to, and Capcom is like, oh gosh, there's a video like the Street Fighter Live joint where Ryu's applying for a job, and he says, so what are some of the things you do? He was like, "Fruitaduriken," and he said, "Can you spell it?" He said, "Fruit." He was like, "No." He said, "F." He's like, "You just made that up, didn't you?"
I don't know how we're going to hear this caller, but we have a caller.
You have a caller? Caller, we can't hear you. Can you hear the caller?
Hi.
Oh, okay. We can hear him outside though.
Hi, how are you?
Hey, caller.
Hi, how are you? Hi, caller. Yes, I just want to congratulate Fortresses.
Okay, they must have another device on at the same time.
Yeah, they need to turn their device down.
Can you turn your speaker down? So you won't hear the echo?
Yeah, that delays.
Turn my echo.
Okay, go ahead. Congratulate
Okay,
Fortress.
can you hear me now?
Yes.
Very good. Hello, Fortresses. How are you?
Hello.
We're
sounds
doing
like a
well.
mother.
It does. It sounds like your mother.
I can't tell.
You're lying.
Yes, this is Zachary's mother.
Okay, that's
Yes, it's your
comforting
mother.
Because it sounds garbled and full of feedback like a Metal Gear Solid thing.
Snake!
So is there an echo? Am I not clear?
You're
No,
good
you're
now.
clear.
You're in time now. We were recalibrating.
Okay, well, very nice.
Thank you.
I just wanted to congratulate the group and tell you that you're doing a great job. And it's good to see you on the chocolate milk and waffle. Is that what the...
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
Nailed it.
Very nice, interesting name. How did you come out with that?
You said, how did we come out with that?
Yeah.
Yeah, how did
It's
you
actually
come
a
up
very
with that
boring
title?
story. Terrell's favorite food is waffles, and mine is chocolate milk. There's
in a dimension where chocolate
really
milk
just
is
that
It's
simple.
edible. You didn't know that?
It's edible after 2 weeks of being outside.
It's my favorite thing to ingest.
Yeah.
Ah, yes.
It is my
Well,
favorite
it's a
thing to
very
to
unique
ingest.
title, so I like that.
Thank
you.
you.
Mom, I thought that they were gonna make me some chocolate milk and waffles, yo.
Y'all was supposed to bring it to us.
Yeah.
I'll let folks. I'll warn them.
Somebody brought donuts once. That was great.
Well, tell me a little about fortresses. How, in terms of your starting point, how do you feel fortresses being here on the station, being able to talk about the development of the group and the success that you all have had so far?
Well, from my understanding, there came a time in your life where you loved someone very much. So much, in fact, that you hugged intensely. And then, about 29 years later, you're using some evil technology to communicate with me, and I'm being trapped in a garage. I'm trying to tell you a story with my friends in tow. We're gonna make it out of here yet. I'll be able to afford my dental one day.
Well, good. So that still didn't answer my question. So tell me about the group. How do you all feel to have accomplished and gotten to this point in terms of your growth?
He can do it.
Okay. let me try to answer this question.
Yeah.
We have sitting here 3 members, all from various backgrounds. One an artist, one a theater artist, one that does theater and plays 6 instruments, and an athlete that plays various number of instruments. And we decided we wanted to be a group.
This is his version. I'm intrigued. Keep going. My version includes a lot of violence and things. My version includes like throwing popcorn and.
No, not the popcorn. Okay.
My version includes people getting thrown through doors. And
I want to hear your version then.
my version is like a love story, man. Oh, theirs is too. Theirs is more like a love story. Mine's like a action thriller, dramedy. No, Fortresses came from
It's a brain. We've created a brainchild, and we're seeing it through. This is exposing us to a greater mass that we've yet to be able to come across, and hopefully we can engulf the chocolate milk and waffle show audience into what we do, and then we can expose other people that aren't familiar with it to what they do.
I wake up in the morning and I practice. And if folks be like, Zachary, help. And I call Lawrence and I say, Lawrence, are you available to help me help? And he'll be like, yes or no. If he says no, then I call the person back and says, probably not. If he says yeah, then I'm like, all right, give us the details. And that's pretty much been it for about 3 years. Like, help. And I'll be like, help.
I'll be like, yeah, or I'm busy.
And then that's pretty much it. And then everyone else kind of just shows up. And then we're like, yeah.
Caller, does that answer your question?
So I wanted to know how do they feel about the progression of the band?
Not what it was. How do we feel about
I mean, how the music sound?
Well, the music is good.
Then
I
it's
think
good
you've all
then.
done
It's
an
good
exceptional job over the last 3 years.
Then it's good then. Then it's good then. You know.
Your stamp of approval means a lot.
It really does.
Yeah.
He's
it
hard.
brings
Wow.
it validifies my existence actually and technically.
Well, good job, and also good job to the chocolate
Milk and Waffles show.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay, so you all have a blessed evening, and it was good talking.
Wait, I
with
got a question for you. Hold on before you go.
And Fortress.
I got a question for you.
Yes, sir.
What's it like being a mother involved with this whole situation?
Ooh.
Well, I feel as though it's just like giving birth.
Mm.
You watch something from infancy grow and develop into something that's great and doing outstanding things. It's rewarding. I feel truly blessed and honored to be able to work with the three of you. I think you're three dedicated young people, not only dedicated to your craft, but also the support that you all provide the community. So I feel honored.
Well, I thank you for your honor.
I miss
Did I
everybody.
answer your question?
I miss everybody that used to play with us.
But I think that did answer the question very well.
So when I play, I hear their parts in my head, and then I cry on the inside and play harder.
Nah, that's real though. That's very real.
I spent a lot of time creating all the song parts and a lot of the vocal lines and harmonies, and like this is all I've done my whole life for the past few years, and
My whole
wow,
life
folks,
for the past few years.
yeah, like. But it was like, but it's
sometimes
like,
always.
yeah. But no, real though. And I'm being vulnerable and shit. Part of my French, sorry, mom. But that's my second one. Okay. But while a lot of folks, may come and go, I do this every day. You see what I'm saying? Like, and I think that's what makes the biggest difference for me. That this is a labor of love. This is a commitment that I made because. One thing I found, throughout the course of my life, before that point up till then, was that, we try to have relationships with people. We try to commit to people. But, people aren't the greatest thing in the world. And what I mean by that is something could change in that person's life that make it so they just can't keep that commitment as much as they wanted to. Because you can't count on a person. But you can count on an idea. If I commit myself to working on my craft every day or do a show or whatever it is, then I'll have completion in my life. And the things that are meant for me to have will manifest themselves. So, for all of the people that, have come and gone, I still haven't stopped. You see what I'm saying? And so to answer the question the most eloquently as possible is like, look, man, I haven't stopped yet. And it's like, this is the only thing that keeps me going when I wake up and I don't know what to do. But then the phone rings and it's like Justice League. They're like, Fortress, help! And we're like, oh, well, I guess time to
put on the tights.
Right, put on the tights and hit it up, but yeah, like, it's a lot playing the songs, Like he said, we've had 15 people on stage on 2 different occasions. They weren't the same musicians. And people can ask you, how does it feel working with a lot of people? And I can say, it takes a lot of patience because they don't know the shit right away. That's my third one. And so I'm done cursing. And second off, it makes you really question the relationships you take seriously, because when you know that you're committed to something, you're going to put your entire life into it. You know that everyone isn't going to think it's okay for them to put their life into it too. Right. They have to have their own life or whatever. So when people come along that care about the movement, it's a inconvenient truth, but it's like, their time is limited because for you it's infinite. Mm-hmm. For me, I'm doing this till I die.
Right.
So for everyone else, it's like for when they feel like it. So I see folks be like, oh my God, I love this. And I just want to put all da-da-da-da-da. And you're sitting here and winding the clock. And so it's like for every.
It's almost like you're a vampire. Like you outlast everyone else around you, musically speaking.
Yeah,
no,
she's
I don't.
still there.
I don't think so. I would say that if you're not doing music, yeah, you missed it. If every day you wake up, every day you wake up at midnight, okay, and you train all day till the next midnight, you were the greatest that day. Anyone who stopped to answer the phone, eat, breathe, anything like that, they fell back from being the best that day. You see what I mean? Like, stay committed. Don't look back.
Yeah.
And when you see someone look back, you're like, damn, I want to reach back for you. But you dead. But you can always come back.
I'm holding mine tight.
Well, either way you go, I just want you guys to know you have to be first thank God for giving you all the ability to have the, display the craft that you do. So thank him first and continue your drive and just be patient with the process, okay? And much success to the group.
What's your favorite song?
Brown-eyed woman, I think that's the name.
Dark-skinned girl, yeah.
Dark-skinned girl, that's it.
That's a good song. That's the Olivier joint.
I like all of the songs, so you ask me a question makes it hard to answer because I like all of the songs that you all have created.
Really, really, really grateful for you and your support and your continued
You're
constructive criticism and the fact that you keep us on our toes and keep an eye out for us so that way we know.
I appreciate you telling us.
That's beautiful, though, to have that familial support. It's important.
I appreciate that you're at
Mine
everything.
neither.
Joking.
Every time.
I'm not.
She's not even in their hurry to do it, so I get a pass.
Yes, I heard that, but you guys keep working on your craft and just continue to stay humble. That's the most important thing. And watch the profanity, Zachary.
Yeah, Mom. You see, I hit my limit for you, Mom. I'm sorry. I ran all out for the day.
Okay, good night.
Good night. Thank you for calling.
Bye.
That was cute. She made our job real easy.
Yeah.
We had to take a 15-minute break while she was on the phone. She took over the show.
So why
she held the interview for us? That's
why
nice.
they wait till the interview to ask us these questions. They could just came to the crib or something. So tell us why the music.
But you still didn't answer the question though.
That was so funny. She was like, you went on for a minute. And she was like, all right, but you still didn't answer the question though.
That's not what I asked.
I appreciate that she clarified the question.
That was so funny.
Hey, man.
It is important to have that family support, though. You know what I mean? Like, it validates, I think, on some level, what we're doing. As artists, you guys are doing really big things, important things. It goes beyond just the artistry for you guys, and that comes across just in your personalities and just in sitting here chilling with y'all.
You were saying it was kind of like off air. One of the things that you want to do was kind of get people, the area, more connected than what it already is.
Yeah, we were talking about how a lot of people think that we as artists in this area aren't connected. And I was saying as a response to that was the people who put in the work to make those connections feel the connections. You know what I mean? Like, one of the major reasons why I have a lot of treading in the artistic fields because I'm, like you said, I'm a theater practitioner. Meaning I've done lights for a lot of people's shows. I've done tech for a lot of people's shows. I've casted people's shows. I've provided venues for people's shows. I've had to act or do voiceover. Like, I've had to do so many different things for so many different artists behind the scenes that I'm comfortable being behind the scenes. And Lawrence does tech as well. I know Nikki does tech as well. And a lot of us at Fortress are background people. We're helpers. We're people who do stage management or things like that. And so, like, even in my acting career, I'm an actor as well. But in my acting career, I also compose score for film.
Okay.
So it's like, what I'm going to do in my free time? I got to make this score music. Okay, who am I going to work with? The musicians I know. and only the ones that I trust like the music, and we make it collaborate together. But who's your audience when you compose? You know what I mean? And then it's the real question. You're like, okay, well, classical style music, there was some tortured dude, and he made a bunch of songs. Okay, I'm beginning to, you know what I mean? But nowadays, it's like, okay, everyone's sad, so what? Okay, well, what are you doing? Are you coming together making music? So it's like, for all the work we do, supporting everyone else, when it came time for us to say, hey, we'll do a show now. We'll get together, collabo, and do something. We see everybody we know in the audience. We're comfortable. So for us, we're able to sing and be active and loud and dance and do whatever because these are folks that we've been around in different capacities the whole time we've been out here. Instead of taking our talents and hiding with it, you know, anytime we have a kind of a policy before this is for those who are really closer in, it's like we're not going out unless we're working. We're not going to show up to your event unless we're playing.
Right.
Forget if you're paying. That's an extra. But if we're not working, we have no reason to be there. Because that's one more day that we're not practicing. That's what I said about being the best you can be. You're not the best you can be if you stop training.
Like, I work 3 jobs today.
Wow.
I work Newport News Public Schools as an alternative education specialist. I'm a soccer coach at Heritage. And my grandmother died 2 days ago.
Oh,
today was the first day that I got to see my family.
Oh, wow. I'm sorry to hear that.
Because I'm working, and then I'm here, and
Wow.
so
That's beyond a commitment. That's
I work.
That's a lifestyle.
I work 10 to 16 hour days, 4 or 5 days a week.
Wow.
And then I'm still working the other 2.
It's like your off day isn't really an off day.
No, it's just a slower day.
Yeah,
But yeah, and I got to tell you though, as an employer and dispatcher, I would never know. I would never know. I call for Lawrence like, yo, we got a mission. He'd be like, word. I don't know. He like working 10 jobs, jumping off this, flying over the moon, doing that, shooting 3 wild bears, and then jumping in the back of a Humvee. Because he shows up on time. And so it's like he says, we do all these things, but we still show up for what we're committed to. And that alone puts an effect on the artists around us. Like everywhere we go, we're working. So you're following our work. You're following like the intensity of our work. You're like, they care. They care about what they do. So everyone at our at the jobs we might work, or everyone when we're acting or whatever we're performing or we're teaching or we're doing whatever we do, they see that what we put our passion and what we do doing those things, they're going to follow us to one place where there's enough chairs for them to sit at our shows. A lot of people are motivated by our energy to continue to be dedicated to what we do. But those kind of people who look for that, that energy, they're looking for that motivation, inspiration, might not, they want to be able to be around it. But it's like, you can't just stand in my living room. No, you can't just follow me around everywhere I go. So what we do is we create opportunities for be surrounded by the people who think like us and are on that wavelength by having shows where there's plenty of chairs for us to sit in and just share the energy with each other.
Right.
Because all of us you come to find are artists, all of us are creative or have yet to tap into our creative energies, and we're just trying to provide the gateway for which people can come through to sing their first song or do their first poem or, you see what I mean, act their first scene or write their first anything. Like, it's just an honor. I think it's just honorable to think a person could say, yeah, 3 years ago, man, I wrote my first poem. It was at a Fortune show. Or, yeah, man, I never sang in front of people before. Or I never played an instrument. Or and now I play every day. And now I do this and now I do that.
Yeah.
I've seen folks, we've done workshops at
Not
schools.
to interrupt you. It's a very similar mission statement to what we got going on over at the venue. So I know that feeling. I know seeing somebody sit in the corner of the room nervous as hell waiting for their name to get called. And then they get up there. We got a call?
No, I was saying look at your phone when you get a chance. You can finish saying what you were saying.
Okay, when you get a person who's never been up there before, and this is my first time doing this. I had never done this before, and they do amazing, and then the crowd gives them love, and then that next week, you see them come in there and they're walking a little taller, and the week after that a little bit taller than that.
Stop talking about Mapes. Stop talking about Mapes.
That's my little brother, man. I love Mapes. But he's definitely just one example. He's probably the most recent example, but
he's great though.
Like I don't know how well you know the comedy circle, but Joe Palila. If you're familiar with Joe, same thing. First time he ever did comedy was in the Venue. Now he's traveling all over the country doing shows, Chicago, Atlanta, Maryland, all over the place. So I say all that to say I get it. I know that feeling, and it feels good. It feels good to be able to say, because 5 years ago I walked into the Venue, and I found myself where I felt like, okay, I got a choice between a razor blade or this microphone. I want it out, man. I want it out. So that place saved my life. So be able to pass out doses of that same medicine that saved my life 5 years ago, week after week after week, man, I'm in the position of a lifetime. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, the money falls secondary in terms
and like everybody at the Venue was a volunteer, from the person passing out the snacks, me, the dude taking admission, the dude doing light, because we all understand how important it is. You know what I mean?
I think that's the beauty of it all. I think the money part is a beautiful part, and what I mean by that is all the money we really make goes back into keeping us moving.
Yeah.
And so it's apparent.
Yeah.
Like they're like, oh wow, they got bigger speakers. Well, I wonder where those came from. Oh, they got T-shirts now. Oh, they got CDs now. Oh, they got. It must have been us coming to all these open mics. It must have been us paying $5 at the door. Yeah, that's exactly what it was. Every single show they come, every single bit of support people when they come out to our shows, every single bit of that revenue goes towards keeping us moving forward with it. You know what I mean? Like, and it's just like, it's the continued support of our audiences that really help us get where we have to go. It's our continued support of our communities and city governments investing in us and, writing us into their grants and things like that to make us able to serve them in a way that, is new and innovative. And I'm taking a risk because they know there's something new. Because usually you get a band, it's a certain, 4 people all the time.
Right.
They have a set list. Like, this is what we're going to do. When you get Fortresses, you're getting some folks that's like, we're going to do what we do.
Yeah.
You're going to get what you get. Especially if you ain't paid. If you pay, I can tell you all kinds of facts. I can say, yeah, I can book this person and da-da-da-da-da.
Right.
But that ain't happening, see. So they'd be like, yeah. I was like, we'll come through. So we come through 2 hours early. We come through early. We set up. We bring our crowd. Yeah. They perform too. It's like when people take a risk working with us, we do our best to bring them the best we can imagine ourselves personally. We want to provide that environment where you feel like you're in your living room still. Like our song says, just chilling in a room full of art. You know what I mean? Like, you might have been in a packed stadium, or you might have been in Mill Point Park where we do shows sometimes. You might be sitting in the American Theater where we do a show, and you think it's a stuffy environment. You're wearing your suit and whatnot. You come to hear some jazz and some singing and poetry or something. But then we start grooving, and you see how chill we're taking it. Every show I do at American Theater, my chair breaks.
Really?
Yeah. Or
my
microphone runs away from
something. Always breaks down.
I love that theater. It's a nice spot.
Like you're saying, but I love it when I love it when it's a gaffy because I'm just chilling. Like oh well, I get it. And I get up and just keep on going. It's just like.
Well, it's a beautiful thing, and Fortresses is a beautiful thing. Unfortunately, we are just about out of time. We do need to give you guys time to break down before the next show starts. We have Pissed coming on, which is a Pissed Till Midnight local sports show. But thank you all.
Celebrating a year next week.
We appreciate what you're doing. A whole year, wow. The community appreciates what you're doing, and thank you all for being on the show. We're definitely going to have you back on here, and we'll jam out some more. Yeah. But real quick, you want to tell everybody where to find you before we get off?
You can find us on Facebook and Instagram at Fortresses Live, Twitter as well, FORTRESSESLIVE. We have a website, it's fortresses.org, but it's not up right now because, like I said, things change and so do people. So that's you can find us. You can find us type of Fortresses. We have a YouTube as well. I think it's Fortresses. Yeah. Fortresses.
All right. And check them out every Tuesday
at the train station in Newport News.
Beautiful.
Yeah, and with a Cypher Tuesday. We're hosted by Q5.
Shout out to Q5.
Q5 could have been here too, but
he's been here before.
He's been here before.
Right.
Yeah, he'll be all right.
He'll be fine.
But next time though, we gotta get all the MCs. No, next time we gotta get Q5 and Glow Shine and the Concept and Jay Free and all those.
Basically, all the family members.
Yeah, right. Definitely. All right, but ladies and gentlemen, remember always, thank you for listening to the Chocolate Milk and Waffle Show. Remember, as always, we do what we do
because we includes you.
Peace.
Good night, Internet.